Hey guys, welcome Monday. Our first lesson of this week is going to be finding the percent of a number. So we're going to use our how to change a percent into a decimal to help us do this. So if that was easy for you, then we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at our notes so you have plenty of time to get some things done. So 7.3 is find the percent of a number. Our learning target is I can find the percent of a number using multiplication. So I just want to show you a quick model of how this works. So our first question is find 30% of 50. So what that is telling us is in this entire sheet right here, this whole thing is worth 50. So you're going to notice that there's 10 boxes there. So if I have 10 boxes worth 50, that means each box is worth 5. So there's my set of 50. If you notice in the problem, I want to know what 30% is. Well, 30% would be this much of my, or this many of my boxes. And inside there, I've got 3 5s, so my answer would be 15. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. Obviously, we can't always be drawing pictures, so we have a little process to help us out. To find the percent of a number, we're going to write the percent as a decimal and then multiply. So in example number 1, I need to find 72% of 225. You notice in purple that I did 72 divided by 100, so I can turn the 72% into a decimal, and I got 0.72 or 72 hundredths. All I do then is multiply by my other number, which is 225. So 0.72 times 225 is 162. In example number 2 looks a little different because I have a decimal point inside my percent. Remember, this is okay, and I still follow the same process to change the percent into a decimal. So in purple, I wrote 12.5 divided by 100, and I get 0.125, or 125 thousandths. That's going to be the number that I now use to multiply by 88 to get to 11. So let's take a look at a couple examples. 40% of 70. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 40%, and I'm going to divide it by 100 so I can turn it into a decimal. I'm going to then use this number inside of my equation, multiply by 70, to get my answer. You're going to want to have a calculator ready for you to go for this problem. So 0.4 times 70 is 28. So 40% of 70 is 28. This is number 3. We're going to do number 2. I start with 22.5% of 240. So the first thing I do is I'm going to take 22.5%, divide by 100 to turn it into a decimal, which is 0.225. I'm going to then use this number and multiply it by my other number to get my answer. So 0.225 times 240. I got to use my calculator here, so just a second. 854. So 22.5% of 240 is 54. Now sometimes our percents are more than 100. We're going to follow the same process. So I have 120% of 75. So I take 120 and divide by 100, and I get 1.2. I'm going to then use this number and multiply it by 75 to get my answer. So 1.2 times 75 is 90. So 120% of 75 is 90. My last problem, I have 150% of 36. So I do 150 divided by 100 to turn that into a decimal, and I get 1.5. I'm going to then use this number to multiply by 36. 1.5 times 36 is 54. So 150% of 36 is 54. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our lesson for today. You have an IXL you're going to do. We're going to continue this lesson tomorrow, and we're going to work on some word problems. Don't forget to message me on Schoology if you have any questions. Peace.